The Shockingly Good Time event is our last featured event of March spilling into April. We have a new Electric type Go Pass to cover, we've got 3 shiny boosts we need to talk about, we're going to do a full event breakdown as well as discuss some top tips, but more importantly some top targets you guys should be focusing on during this event. This is a shockingly good time. With Go With Us. As always, let's get time and dates out of the way. A Shockingly Good Time event will be taking place on Tuesday, the 31st of March, the last day of the month at 10 a.m., running all the way until Monday, the 6th at 8 p.m. local time, so this is like a 6-day event. We mentioned that there are shiny boosts in this event, and these are the 3 Pokemon that will be shiny boosted. We can encounter shiny Pikachu, shiny Chinchou, and shiny Dedenne will all be coming with a shiny boost. But before we go any further, let's discuss this Electric type Go Pass, which looks like is a new feature every single time one of these events come around, just like it was for Bug Out. These are going to be the rewards if you stay with the free Go Pass. It looks like we can get encounters with Raichu, Chinchou, Dedenne, Pawmi, and more Electric type Pokemon. We can also get Ultra Balls as well as candy, and if you did purchase the Deluxe version, these are going to be the following rewards. It looks like you will get a new avatar item, there's going to be additional encounters with more Electric type Pokemon, potentially things like Raichu and Alolan Raichu, but like there is shiny boost to certain Pokemon, which is the main bonus, what are going to be the bonuses tied to this Go Pass? So it looks like a tier 1, which is going to be at level 25. Your incense that's activated during this event will last up to twice as long. So your incense normally lasts for 1 hour, now it's going to last for 2 hours. At tier 2, which is going to be at level 50, it's going to be 2 times catch candy for everyone on the Go Pass, but if you did buy the Deluxe version, at tier 2 you will also get 2 times catch Stardust. Because this is an Electric type event, we have a lot of Electric Pokemon spawning in the wild. We can see Pikachu, Chinchou, Dedenne, Pawmi. Next up is going to be all the Pokemon featuring in field research, and we're actually going to list their 100% IVs there for you as well. Pikachu can be encountered there, that hundo CP is going to be 402. Magnemite can be encountered at 583 for that guaranteed hundo. Maripa's in there at 424. Chinchou's in there at 479. Joltik's in there at a max CP of 438. Dedenne's in there at 789 CP, Pawmi's in there at 272, and we do have one first stage evolution in this pool, which is going to be Alolan Raichu. We've got a very cool tip coming a little bit later to see how you can really deal with this Alolan Raichu if you do get this encounter. Then, another big part of this event, and you thought that Spotlight Hours had disappeared. Wrong. They are returning, but in a different format where effectively they are going to be part of events. This is going to be the first event, which is going to be featuring a Spotlight Hour on every single day. So from March the 31st at 6 to 7 p.m. all the way until April the 6th at 6 to 7 p.m., we will have a Spotlight Hour featuring certain Pokemon. On March 31st from 6 to 7 p.m. is going to be Mareep. On April 1st, it's going to be Pikachu. On April 2nd, it's going to be Magnemite. On April 3rd, it's going to be Chinchou. On April 4th, it's going to be Pawmi. On April 5th, it's going to be Dedenne. And on April 6th, it will be Joltik. This is a very, very sick addition, and I was very disappointed that they took away Spotlight Hours, but I think this is a great way to potentially replace them, because in a concentrated period, you can really go after the certain targets or the certain shinies that you really want, and because it's spawning in one big hour, you have a great opportunity to get great PvP IVs, potentially the hundo as well, especially if you want to trade, because you can get a lot of numbers. And of course, you can shiny hunt every single one of these, which is going to come a lot easier because they are spawning in huge numbers. Great, those are the details out of the way, but how do I really maximize this event, Mikey? Well guys, I've got it listed for you. Let's start off with number 1, how do we really maximize this Go Pass? I would strongly recommend on this Go Pass to try and get to that tier 2 as quickly as possible for a couple of reasons. At tier 1, your incenses are going to last for 2 hours. As we know, with incense, if you pop an incense that lasts for 2 hours and you're playing in a concentrated area, those regular spawns, especially if you are moving, are going to be pretty frequent, which is going to just add to your catch pool. Tip number 2, also to do with this Go Pass, has to do with candy gains. It's great because at level 50, at tier 2, it's going to be 2 times catch candy, which means every single Pokemon you now catch is going to grant you 6 candy per catch. But I would strongly recommend throwing on a Mega level 3 Electric type Pokemon in the background, because at Mega level 3, you're going to be getting an additional 2 candy, an additional 25% chance at XL candy, and if you do use a Pineapple Berry as well, guys, we're talking 14 candy per catch on top of the XL Candy bonus that you may get, which I think is absolutely amazing. There are some great Pokemon in here that you want to get candy for, and we will touch on those in the targets. Tip number 3 has to do with the Go Pass again, but in relation to Stardust gains, especially if you bought that ticket. First and foremost, if you bought that ticket at tier 2, you are going to get the other bonus of 2 times catch Stardust, which means every single Pokemon you catch from the point that you hit that tier 2 bonus, you're going to get 2 times catch Stardust on every Pokemon. So I would strongly recommend throwing on a star piece, which is going to multiply your base catch Stardust rate by 1.5 times, which means every Pokemon you catch with this bonus active with the star piece running, you're going to be getting 300 Stardust per catch. And there may potentially be first or second stage evolution Pokemon that spawn in the wild as well. Guys, especially if this is on for 4 days and you're trying to get Stardust, this is a great way to get it. Throw in those star pieces. This is going to be a continuation of step 3, especially if you did not buy the Go Pass Deluxe. Remember that spawning in field research, we mentioned that a Alolan Raichu will be spawning there, which is a first stage evolution, which will always grant you 300 Stardust per catch. I would strongly recommend not catching this Pokemon and stacking it in your stack tasks. How do you do this? When you encounter an Alolan Raichu or any Pokemon that's specifically a permanently boosted Stardust Pokemon like a Combee or like a Sableye, and I'm going to leave an example on screen right now. If you get this Pokemon in an encounter in field research, I want you to give it a gold or red berry, and I want you to run away and only catch this Pokemon on a 3 times or 4 times catch Stardust event, which means with the star piece running, then, and I'm going to leave this example on screen right now, you can see I did this with a Sableye on a 3 times catch Stardust community day. Just look at the Stardust gains I got off this catch, or I believe it was a Combee, it is one or the other. This is exactly what I'm telling you to do. Do not catch the Alolan Raichu, stack it in your stack tasks. You can stack up to 100 of these Pokemon and catch them all on a 3 times catch Stardust day. Trust me, we've seen millions of Stardust come our way because of this tip. Do not sleep on that. Something that's a little bit annoying with these Go Passes, and just something to pay attention to, is that only in like the last 3 or 4 days of the event will the Go Pass points not have a cap, which means only for the first couple days you will only be able to progress as far as you get capped, but once the 4th goes by, you will have no limit on your Go points on your Go Pass, so you can progress through to the higher ranks. That's a little bit annoying. I think that's one change that they still need to make, but remember to try and progress as quickly as you can. Tip number 5 has to do with shiny Pokemon. Guys, there are 3 shiny boosted Pokemon in this pool, which is going to be Pikachu, Chinchou, and Dedenne. All of those shinies are very interesting and very cool. If you are shiny hunting those Pokemon, or if you're trying to build a living dex, this is a great opportunity to try and get those Pokemon, especially in relation to that incense we spoke about. Guys, incenses are going to last for 2 hours, which means your spawns are just going to be multiplied, and if you really want, throw on Palkia's Spatial Rend as well, which is going to increase the radius of your spawn pool, and just on the edge of that rim you could potentially find the shiny you are looking for. Go after those shiny boosted Pokemon. If you use all these elements in your favor, you will definitely get lucky, especially if you grind hard. Tip number 6, I'm going to focus on 2 platinum medals that you can really chip away at this event. Of course, there are more depending on what you want to focus on, but the first one is going to be your Rocker medal, which requires you to catch 2,500 electric types in order to get to that platinum status. There are electric Pokemon all over this event. If you grinded really hard, to be honest, you could complete this medal in this event easily. And the other one is going to be your Pikachu fan medal, which requires you to catch 1,000 Pikachu in order to get that platinum status as well. Pikachu is going to be in field research, and it's going to be in the wild. And when you do receive a Pikachu from trading as well, it will count towards that medal too. Make sure to go after those medals. The last tip I'm going to mention here actually has nothing to do with this event. It is the seasonal bonus of daily discoveries, where on Fridays, it's pretty much called Friendship Fridays. You're going to get an additional special trade, which makes it 2 for the day. Trades are going to cost 10% less Stardust. You're going to get an increased chance of lucky Pokemon too, but you're also going to get 2 guaranteed XL candy for every single trade that you make on this day. Because Friday is going to be falling right in the middle of this event, think about some electric types that you want to be getting XL candy for, and we're about to discuss that in our targets, which means we're moving on to target number 1 of this event, which is going to be Pikachu going into Raichu. But remember, Raichu has 2 megas that will be coming to the game at some point, Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. You really want to try and get a hundo of Pikachu, because Mega Raichu Y will probably be the best, or one of the best electric type attackers in the entire game when it does come to the game. Please get yourself enough Pikachu candy, XL candy, and try and get that hundo too. Target number 2 is going to be Mareep going into Ampharos. Ampharos right now in the Great League is actually pretty solid. It's currently hovering around the 180 mark, but it's in the Ultra League where it performs a lot better. Both the Shadow and the regular form breaking into the top 100 at around the 65th and 75th spot respectively. Very, very good Ultra League Pokemon. Very underrated because it does get access to the moves like Trailblaze as well as Brutal Swing. Very good PvP Pokemon, and as we know, Ampharos can evolve into Mega Ampharos, which actually shares a Dragon typing, so it's not the best attacker on the Electric or Dragon side of things, but to get this Pokemon at Mega level 3 whenever a Dragon or an Electric type event like this comes around, you can really reap the candy as well as XL candy to the highest potential. Target number 2 is going to be Magnemite. Great shiny, by the way. Magnemite can go into Magnezone, and Magnezone right now in the Great League is a solid pick. It's actually as a raid attacker though that Magnezone shines really well, especially as a budget type Electric type attacker. It's probably one of the best in the game still because it does have that steel typing, so it has a lot of resistances, but it's currently the 20th best Electric type attacker in the entire game. And if you do have a shadow of Magnezone, it is the 10th best Electric type attacker in the game. Very, very underrated Pokemon still. Next up, we have Chinchou, of course coming with that shiny boost, but it can go into Lantern. And Lantern right now in the Great League has stood the test of time. It's a very bulky Pokemon, but it's currently hovering around the 90th spot with Water Gun, Surf, and Thunderbolts. If you're looking for a PvP Pokemon to add to your team, get yourself a good Chinchou going into Lantern. Next up is going to be Pawmi going into Pawmot. Pawmot right now is not a very good Go Battle League Pokemon. However, as an Electric type attacker, it is still a very good budget Pokemon, and we have had the Calm Day for Pawmi before, so you may have the candy and XL candy already for this Pokemon, but it is currently the 27th best Electric type attacker in the game. Our next target is going to be Dedenne. Of course, that is coming with a shiny boost. It's actually a really, really good shiny, so go after it if you don't have it. But funny enough, this Pokemon in the Go Battle League last season or the season before was extremely good. Now it is not so good, as currently hovering around the 200 mark in the Great League, but if you do get some good IVs on this Pokemon in future seasons, it could make a good decent comeback because of that Electric and Fairy typing. Last but not least is going to be that Alolan Raichu. Of course, coming from Field Research, remember to stack that Pokemon because it is going to grant you 300 Stardust per catch. This is a Pokemon you definitely want to be stacking in those tasks for those Calm Day Stardust gains. The last thing I'm going to say on this event is please remember, when it comes to those Spotlight hours, you need to be having Electric type Mega Pokemon in the background the entire time. We've detailed why you want to get XL candy, especially for something like Pikachu going into Raichu and eventually the Megas. It's very important to have a Mega level 3 Pokemon out during those Spotlight hours. If you guys want to see everything going on in Pokemon Go this week, please check it out to my left, but on my right, we've just done a full breakdown of G-Max Pikachu Raid Day, which I know a lot of people will be playing. Huge resource opportunity here. We've detailed why, but we've also detailed how you can do some of these G-Max battles for absolutely free. Love you guys, go with us. Please check out those videos, like this video, subscribe. Please hype this video as much as you can as well, so you can send it as far as wide. We can only grow with you guys. Love you, go with us, and we'll catch you in the next one, baby. Shh.